President of Georgia's 1st District, which he's represented since 2015. Representative Carter shares about bipartisanship at the Capitol Gym and why he thinks America's best days are still ahead. Here's a look.
My dad went from being the dumbest man I'd ever met to the smartest man I'd ever met. My grandfather actually was a sharecropper. He didn't own the land, he worked the land. My dad, he moved to Savannah and got a job at the paper mill, Union Camp. Working shift work on the paper machine, and he had a big influence on me. After my junior year in high school, I got a job in a drugstore, delivery driver, just stock boy, and it was just an omen from God because it was perfect for me. So when I went to college, I knew I wanted to become a pharmacist. I was the first one in my family to go to college and to graduate from college. My extended family, not just my immediate family, my extended family. And the first thing I did when I graduated from college was go straight back home. In that time that I was away, my dad went from being the dumbest man I'd ever met to the smartest man I'd ever met. And as I say, went off to college, came back, and worked for someone for about 8 years, and then decided to go into business for myself. And when I went into business for myself, I knew I needed to become involved in the community. I volunteered, served on the Planning and Zoning Committee, and then I decided to run for city council, ran for city council, and then I decided to run for mayor, then I ran for state rep, then I ran for state senate, then I ran for Congress. And just my way of giving back to a community, to a country that's given me so much.
What has it been like for you representing a broad constituency?
Everybody thinks that, you're Republican, you only represent Republicans. I represent everyone in the 1st Congressional District of Georgia, and it's my home. It's where I've lived all my life, where I intend to live the rest of my life. And it's important to me that, and I take it very serious. I work very hard at this job. I'm always cognitive of the fact that I do represent everyone, not just a certain group. You're their voice in Washington, D.C., and it's important that they be heard. Now, I think the days of a large majority are over with, at least for the next couple of decades. And so we're going to have to work together. And we do work together on a lot of things that people don't realize. But unfortunately, it's the wedge issues that get all the attention. I stay in my office. I'm here to work, not to live. It's an opportunity of convenience because, look, being in Congress is like being back in school again. I have to study, I have to read, and every night I spend an hour and a half just preparing for the next day. It's very convenient for me to stay in my office, but we have a members gym that we pay dues to, and Republicans, Democrats, there's probably close to 50 or 60 people who stay in the office, and it's just like living in a dorm. I mean, it's bipartisan. I mean, when you're working out, it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. A push-up's a push-up. I would submit to you that the members' gym is the most nonpartisan area of the whole Capitol.
What is your philosophy of service, I guess, so to speak, your North Star that keeps you on your path?
This is an honor and a privilege. And I'm beginning my 11th year, and the shine has not worn off from me. I'm excited every time I come up here. It's such an honor. And I always keep that in mind. I didn't have the opportunity to serve in the military, so this is my way of serving. Look, I know there are people who think that, everybody in Congress is corrupt. I'm often asked, what's the most surprising thing you've found since you've been a member of Congress? The most surprising thing is also the most encouraging thing, and that is there are a lot of good people up here. There are a lot of people up here who are up here for the right reasons. They're up here to move this country forward. It keeps me going, and my faith keeps me going. It's my moral compass. I still believe that our greatest times are ahead of us. And I know about the Revolution, I know about World War II, but I still believe our greatest times are ahead of us. This idea of self-governance works. And and we were talking earlier about a book I read about Friends Divided, about John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Adams looked at the country as being as a person, but Jefferson looked at it as an idea. And it was the same thing that that Abraham Lincoln looked at the country as being, this idea of self-rule, of self-governance. And I would submit to you that Ronald Reagan looked at it the same way, that America is this shining city on the hill. This is an idea. And I hope that we can keep that idea going. And I think we can. We got some serious challenges, but I'm very confident in the generation coming up. I think they're going to do great.